Hey y'all, it's Amanda and this is my Texas Zone 8 garden, and before we dive in, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this on your Facebook page. Okay, so we are in the shade garden today. I have some gorgeous clematis. I believe this one is Bee's Jubilee or Bee's Knees, I can't recall. This one is Belle de Walking or Woking. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous. Everything's looking good. Have a lot of stuff coming up. But I also have a lot of cleanup I need to do, and I need to get some new plants in. So let me show you what we're going to do. Okay, just a close-up of the clematis. I feel like it was Bee's Jubilee. And then this one, Belle de Walking or Woking. Look how fluffy. Look at it before it opens. Beautiful. Got some Dicentra coming back, some Astilbe coming back. Turns out my leopard plant did make it. Don't have much going on in this 3-tiered planter. That is a project coming up. Over here we have, this is Astilbe right here. I think it's Blue Boy Astilbe. This is more Dicentra over here. And then back here, I've got my Japanese maple, and then I've got some hydrangeas that need to be dealt with. So let's deal with those first. Okay, now the shade garden is small, so it's a little bit harder to deal with. I meant to get to these hydrangeas earlier, but I just didn't. What I really need to do is I need to go in here and I need to cut off do some deadheading. Remove any branches that aren't showing any like real true signs of growth. Although I do like to leave some of them in here as basically supports, because these hydrangeas get super floppy. See, like this might look like it's not doing much, but it is trying to push some growth. I'm going to remove some of the weaker growth though. And these really should have been pruned back in late fall, because, or actually they should have been pruned right after their blooming cycle. But y'all, they were just so pretty, and these blooms lasted all the way to December. So I just couldn't bear to cut them. All right, we'll just get that cleaned up a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some biotone fertilizer in each of these containers, including my beautiful Japanese maple. Okay, so I have some beautiful begonias that I picked up from, what do you call it? Covington's. And I really want to do a combination of a bunch of different plants in this 3-tiered vintage container. Last year I did mainly just begonias and Swedish ivy. I want to add in a few perennials this year to see if I can begin to fill this up with perennials over time, so I don't have to spend as much money in future years in order to fill it. Okay, so a couple of different things I have. Let me bring y'all closer, hold up. Okay, so a couple of things. I have basically like a fig something or other ground cover that is trying to come back here, so we're going to clean that up and allow it. It is a perennial. And I've got several varieties of begonias going in. This guy right here is Angel Wing Torch Pink, and it is lovely and big and luscious. This is one of those proven winners. I'm missing the tag on this one. I think it's apricot something. I have another proven winners down here. This is the Apple Blossom, which is stunning. This is another Torch Pink. And the Torch Pink really kind of like cascades off. So I definitely put it towards the edge. I've got a Hydrangea over here called Sanna, S-A-N-N-A, which is lovely. And I love the variegation and the lightness. And anything that you see Hydrangea, I'm going to try to propagate for next year. Now right here is a Veronica called Waterberry Blue, and it is a perennial in my area. And it has these soft blue purple flowers. And I would love to see it come right off the front here. I think would be lovely. This is actually a variety of oxalis. I don't have the tag, but I don't recall the name. But I'm going to tell you about each of these as I'm planting them. And then this is another variety of oxalis over here. This one is called Reginelli White, which is super pretty and love its white flowers. So I'm going to fill in with all of those in this container. Now I also have a lot more begonias that I started from bulb that will get tucked in here at a later point in time. We're going to start with that. And then in addition, I still have a little bit of Swedish ivy, variegated Swedish ivy over here that I did propagated, and I have some Hydrangea, some Velvet Hills Hydrangea, which is starting to put on its purple flowers. And I'm going to tuck some of that in and really fill up this space. Now, this has a drip irrigation system set up to it, so we'll work with that. And then I'm also going to be adding biotone as I plant each one. It's going to look pretty, y'all. Okay, I think I forgot to press record. In case I did, okay, I just trimmed back the creeping fig right here that is returning. I also went ahead and planted up this apricot begonia by Proven Winners. I can't recall what the name is, but I'll put it below. And then I also planted up one of the Angel Wing begonias called Pink Torch, and it puts off some very dramatic flowers, and it gets pretty big, so it should fill in this space. And while I do want them to drape over, I remembered last year I put everything too far towards the edge, and I had these big negative spaces that would dry out at the back of the planters. So I did move these back a little bit in order to shade out some of the roots in order to have better water retention. But let's go ahead and go to the next level. Angel Wing's Torch Pink Begonia features lush bronze green foliage and clusters of vivid pink blooms that thrive in shade to part sun. This compact mounding plant grows 12 to 16 inches tall and wide, making it ideal for containers and shady garden beds. It prefers moist, well-draining soil and provides continuous color through the warmer months. Proven Winners Double Delight Blush Rose Begonia produces elegant, fully double rose pink blooms with creamy centers on rich green foliage. It grows 8 to 14 inches tall, spreads up to 18 inches, thriving in part shade to shade. Perfect for hanging baskets and containers, it offers a long season of blooms with minimal care and good disease resistance. Variegated Creeping Fig is a fast-growing vine with small, heart-shaped green leaves edged in creamy white. It can climb or trail up to 10 to 15 feet and thrives in bright, indirect light to part shade with moist, well-draining soil. Often used for ground cover, topiaries, and wall coverings, it brings texture and charm to indoor and sheltered outdoor spaces. All right, for this level, I'm going to start with the Hydrangea Sanna. And I am adding biotone with each plant. Hydrangea Sanna is a vibrant, trailing plant with striking green and pink variegated leaves that have hints of purple on the undersides. It grows 6 to 12 inches tall and spreads and trails up to 2 feet, making it ideal for hanging baskets, containers, or as a colorful ground cover in warm climates. Sanna thrives in bright, indirect light and prefers well-draining soil kept slightly moist. Okay, next I'm going to put in the Apple Blossom. Oh, one of my blooms fell off. Oh, so pretty. This is the Double Delight Apple Blossom by Apple Blossom Tuberous Begonia. It's a mouthful, by Proven Winners. I'm going to put this one towards the front so we can see a little bit more color. Proven Winners Double Delight Apple Blossom Begonia features fragrant double blooms in soft white and pink tones with a citrus-like scent. It grows 8 to 14 inches tall and trails up to 24 inches, perfect for hanging baskets and containers. This variety thrives in part sun to shade and prefers moist, well-draining soil, ideal for adding elegance and fragrance to shaded garden spaces. Okay, and then finally on this tier, I'm going to work in one more of the torch pink angel wing begonias. Okay, and then let's work down to this front part. I do want to make sure that I get this Veronica Perry blue towards the front here. I'll say a lot of the towels that I put in here are disintegrating very quickly, whether from actually disintegrating or from an animal that I've had been ripping into them. So I don't think it's too long. I think next season I'm going to have to take this all apart and redo it, which is, I mean, it's not the end of the world, y'all, but. Veronica Water Perry Blue, a charming, low-growing perennial with soft blue lavender blooms and glossy green foliage that turns burgundy in cooler months. It grows 4 to 6 inches tall and spreads 12 to 18 inches wide, thriving in full sun to part shade with well-draining soil. Excellent for edging, rock gardens, and filling in gaps along paths. It also attracts pollinators. All right, and over here, I'm going to work in the oxalis. And this is the one called Reginelli White. Oxalis Reginelli White is a delicate plant featuring bright green clover-like leaves that fold at night and dainty white blooms that bloom above the foliage. Grows 6 to 8 inches tall and prefers shade to part sun with moist, well-draining soil. It's great for containers, underplanting, and indoor displays. Low maintenance and easy to grow, it adds a soft touch to shaded spaces. And then right here, for a little bit of a different color, I'm going to work in this oxalis from Proven Winners. Proven Winners Oxalis Molten Lava is known for its color-shifting foliage. This variety glows chartreuse in low light and deep orange in sun. It grows 6 to 10 inches tall and 10 to 12 inches wide, making it perfect for borders, baskets, and container accents. It thrives in full sun to part shade and is drought-tolerant once established. Its vibrant foliage provides season-long contrast. Okay, and then lastly, I'm going to work in the Velvet Hills Tradescantia and this last variegated Swedish ivy that I propagated. Variegated Swedish ivy features trailing stems with scalloped green leaves edged in creamy white. It prefers bright indirect light to partial shade and well-draining soil, making it a great choice for containers and hanging baskets. Its cascading habit and easy maintenance make it a popular option for both indoor and outdoor gardens. Velvet Hills Tradescantia is a low-growing, spreading plant with soft green leaves and a fuzzy cover that gives it almost a web-like appearance. It thrives in bright, indirect light to partial sun and prefers moist, well-draining soil. Known for its rich color and trailing habit, it's perfect for hanging baskets and ground cover or mixed containers. And tucking in my tags all the way back here. Buffy came to say hi. She's been sick, y'all. Old age is tough. She said old age is tough, y'all. Yeah, good girl. Okay, so got this going here. I think it's going to look really lovely. It looks pretty now. But it will fill in. By the end of the season, this whole thing, you won't even be able to see the container. It will just be filled, spilling over with blooms and greenery. Be absolutely gorgeous. I've got plans for there. I think I'm going to put it into part 2 because I have a whole bunch of plants to plant. I've got plans for there. I've got plans for here. This is a whole nother container. Got things over here. I got a lot. But one thing I want to do real quick before I get too far along is I have a hanging basket to put right there. So I'm going to go grab that. That's pretty. Okay, I'm going to move a few things around and then I need to water all of this in. And these are New Guinea impatiens, deep salmon. Okay, before I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and move in a few pots in this area. I don't have it hooked up to drip, but I will be hooking it up to drip. And I'm not going to plant those pots, but I kind of just want to see what they look like. So let me show you. Need gloves. Yeah, I think that'll look good. I didn't do anything on this year, or last year with this. And back here we have the America Climbing Rose starting to make its way, and we'll cast a lot of shade over here. I've already got a hydrangea here, and then I have several plants we can fill in on those. But I'm going to make that for another day. Okay, feeling good. It already looks pretty. It already feels like a secret garden back here, which is always my goal. Did you guys watch Secret Garden when you were young? There was one Christmas, and I was little, and I wished for two things. I wished for snow, for it to snow, and I wished for the Secret Garden movie. And I think it was like on PBS, like it was a long movie from, I'll try to flash up a picture of which one it was. And my parents, when they asked what I wanted for Christmas, and I told them those things, I think they were a little dumbfounded because we were going to Beaumont, Texas for Christmas. And in Beaumont, Texas, it doesn't snow there. But y'all, sure enough, while I was there a few days before we left, or a few days before we left for Beaumont, Secret Garden came on television and we were able to record it on our VCR, so I got it. And then while we were in Beaumont, we got the lightest of light snows, but it still snowed. So very, very cool. I'll always remember that. That was super fun. But having this kind of Secret Garden feel is my ultimate goal for this space. And I really, really love it. I love spending time in here. It feels really good. It's gonna be fun filling in some more. And probably the next project, we're gonna be filling in some larger plants. I have a pretty large scale plant going right here. I've got some ferns. I have several things that I've picked up through garden shows and nurseries and such. And we're gonna really go ahead and fill in this space because I learned last year that I waited a little too long. I wanna fill in earlier so that I have a fuller space for longer throughout the season. All right, y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, make sure you like and comment on the video. Every time you like and comment, it helps grow the video so much. And if you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, just drop me an emoji below, letting me know that you made it to the end of the video and you say hi. And be sure to check me out on my Patreon community. It is a community of all things gardening and all things She's a Mad Gardener. It's a lovely group of people. There is a free tier to join at, and there are paid levels after that. If the higher up you are in the levels, the more content you get, including exclusive videos, chats, photo sharing capabilities. And then I do just a lot of daily sharing on there, where I'm buying things, what I'm doing, what's going on in my garden. It's really, really fun. I really enjoy it. As always, she's a mad gardener or a decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.